What's going on, guys? Colin Malone here with IQ Dating, and today we're in Old Port, Montreal, Canada, and I wanted to tune in today for a quick video on the topic of how you can actually go about dating during COVID. Now, how many of you guys watching this video are in the category of people that don't think it's possible to date during COVID? Or how many of you are actually waiting until this whole pandemic thing is over to then be able to put yourselves out there again? Is that you? Well, it doesn't have to be you, and I'm actually going to show you today how you can go out there and change that for yourself if you desire doing that at all. So, let's crack into it. So my first tip is you need to take your bullshit excuses and you need to throw them away, right? Now, does this mean that you should ignore people's safety, you should ignore people's need to want to be, respecting the guidelines during this time? Absolutely not. But what I mean by bullshit excuses is so many people these days, we think like, oh, no one wants to meet during COVID. Oh, no one's even dating right now during COVID. Oh, it's impossible to go out and meet someone new during COVID. All of these excuses are garbage. All of these excuses are bullshit. Yes, there's a lot of places that are closed, but people are still going out and meeting people, meeting new people all the time, right? Dating is happening, right? So if you have these garbage excuses that are telling you, oh, it's not possible, oh, people aren't meeting today, those are all bullshit excuses. You gotta be aware of which excuses do not hold real weight, and you need to throw those to the side. So if these are the excuses that you're making, stop making these excuses and realize that it is 100% possible to go out and attract and meet someone during COVID right now, either online or even in person. It's possible right now, today. It's happening with my clients, it's happening with myself. Until recently, I was a single guy, and I met, a great woman the other day, just a week ago, on the street, when I was out with my friends, right? I came up to her, I said hi, I respected her want to be distanced a little bit. We had a great conversation. And that's what's going on. That's what can happen still right now. It's very possible. The bulk of people are on online dating right now, but there's still a lot of new people that are meeting new people all the time right now. So whatever excuse you guys have, throw it out. It holds no weight, and realize that it's bullshit, and realize that it is possible. Like, you've got to have and adopt that mindset that it is possible to go out and attract the women that you want right now during COVID. If you don't think it's possible, you're not going to try. So realize that. That's my first tip. So tip number 2 that I have for you is you need to be willing to put yourself out there, okay? Put yourself out there while still respecting your own safety needs and then also others people's safety needs, right? You go out and you talk to new people in your life, you can still do that while respecting distancing guidelines, while still respecting like wearing a mask, right? And if you're too uncomfortable to meet people in person, like, just put your ego aside, right? If you've never tried online dating before, why not try it, right? What resistance do you have against doing it, right? There's literally 85, probably to 95% of people today that are meeting online because of this whole COVID situation. Probably a higher percentage than has ever been on there before, right? So, but if you don't put yourself out there, then what are your chances of meeting someone that you might be interested in, right? If you're not talking to new people generally in your life, whether that's online or in person, your chances are going to be pretty much zero, unless you're Brad Pitt and they're like, women that are lining up at your door and like knocking and saying, hey, can we hang out with you? Like, that's not going to happen, right? You need to put yourself out there, and you can still put yourself out there while still respecting people's safety and need to respect the COVID guidelines that we have up at the moment. So go out there and do that. Like, actually push yourself to, for example, if you're comfortable socially, like, make a point of going out and talking to consistently new people in your life, right? When you go to the grocery store, why not talk to the person that's also looking at the cereal next to you? You say, hey, I like that cereal too. Is that your favorite cereal? Right? Boom. You just started a conversation. How hard was that? Or say you're standing in line next to a person at a coffee shop. You say, hey, you ordering a chai tea latte? Like, what are you guys getting, right? And even if they don't respond or they say nothing, at least you put yourself out there and you put the practice in you push yourself out of your comfort zone to say hi to someone new, right? And you still respect like distancing guidelines and everything like that, but you're putting yourself out there, right? And there's a chance when you put yourself out there consistently, your chances of potentially meeting someone that you could be very interested and attracted to are gonna go up astronomically, right? They're gonna go up astronomically. So you need to go out there and do that, right? If you put yourself out there consistently and you talk to, I would say I'd push yourself to talk to like a few new people a week, a few new people that you've never talked to. So whether that's maybe 3, maybe 10 new people that you could just meet in your life at the grocery store, you can go out to patios with your friends, you can go out to, when you're out at the gym that's reopened right now, like why not like make a point of going and talking to new people. They don't even have to be of the opposite sex, right? They can be, you can make new guy friends, right? You can talk to new guy friends as a man. And that's still you practicing putting yourself out there and making yourself uncomfortable. So put yourself out there while still respecting other people's need to be safe and respect the COVID guidelines. That's tip number 2. Get it done. Do it. All right, guys, so my third and final tip is you gotta ask yourself, what place are you coming from in dating, right? And what I mean by that is you need to ask yourself, like, where is it coming from that you have this desire to want to put yourself out there and date, right? You gotta ask yourself, are you coming from a healthy place or are you coming from a place that is unhealthy, right? So what is an unhealthy place? If you're coming from a place of, I need to find someone right now, I need to have a connection right now, I need to have someone that I can just be comfortable with, that I need someone that I just feel like I can just escape life, escape everything else with, right? These are all unhealthy needs. These are all unhealthy places to be coming from, right? And because if you're coming from an unhealthy place, where for example, as another example, like say you're just trying to fill this void, right? Where you just feel like by getting a lot of pleasure, maybe a lot of sexual pleasure for men that put themselves out there a lot and they talk to you and they see a lot of different women, a lot of times that can be coming from, not always, but a lot of times that can be coming from a place of just wanting to feel whole, like wanting to feel good about yourself through getting the validation from like a lot of different women, or sometimes even just from one particular woman, right? So if you're coming from a place that is unhealthy, where it's like you need something to happen, right? You need the woman to make you feel good. You need someone to make you feel overly comfortable. You need someone to help you feel complete and whole. That is totally an unhealthy place to be coming from, and what that's going to do is it's not going to give you the solution that you think it's going to give you, right? Women are not going to be able to make you feel completely whole, right? Women are not going to be able to make you feel completely happy. Women are not going to be able to make you fill this void that you think will be filled by them. Maybe temporarily you might feel a little bit better about yourself. Maybe temporarily you might feel good. You might feel that temporary happiness. But afterwards, and for the most part, you're just not gonna get what you think you want, right? You gotta give yourself what you think that you're gonna get from going about and attracting the women that you want, right? It's in your hands to make yourself feel good, to make yourself feel whole. It's very, very important. So you gotta ask yourself, are you coming from a healthy place in dating, which is more, and if you are coming from a healthy place, which is more like you're just looking to share your great experience, your great life with someone else, you're just looking to meet someone new, have a fun new connection, have fun new experiences, and just change things up and meet like a new woman that you could share whatever, a new meal with, a new potential life, a new relationship with. You feel like you can bring great value to the other person. You feel like you actually can bring a lot of great things to a woman that you could attract. That is that's a much healthier place to be coming from, right? So if you're not coming from this place, you need to realize that you have to deal with these things. You need to realize you need to address these different feelings that you have, for example, as to like, why is it that you don't feel whole? Why is it that you don't feel happy? Why is it that you feel this deep need to seek comfort or seek validation potentially from women, from a relationship that you might have, right? And by answering these questions and by working on these things, so you can get to a place where you don't need any of this to make you feel whole or happy or feel comfortable or feel connected to the world, because you can just feel connected to yourself and the world by deciding that yourself and realizing that you have the power to do that yourself. That is so much of a healthier place to be coming from in your dating. And what it's actually also gonna do is it's gonna drastically improve how you show up with women. It's gonna drastically improve your attractiveness as a man, and you're gonna be that much more likely to attract a great relationship or great women into your life anyways. But that's not the point. You do it for the purpose of doing it to do it, of doing it to make yourself feel great, to make yourself feel happy, all of these different things, okay? So ask yourself, where are you coming from when you're asking yourself where, like, why is it that you want to go out and meet a new woman? Why is it that you want a new relationship? Ask yourself that. If the answer isn't that healthy, you need to do something about that. You don't need to do something about that before you put yourself out there and start dating, but you need to start addressing that as soon as possible and putting the focus on those things as you put yourself out there at least. And it will drastically change your results as well at the same time. But it'll also address those things that are extremely important to you, developing your character, developing just your overall experience in life in general as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take away those 3 tips. You can go out there and date during COVID, have a lot of fun, meet great new women, meet a great new girlfriend. It is possible. Follow these 3 tips to help you out, and go out, enjoy yourself, have a little bit of fun. Don't let COVID stop you from doing the things that you want. Peace out, guys. Until next time. Check out the bikers.